Welcome back guys, and welcome to this new episode of the GGBO 2023 sketch build. Today I have a body to build. And as always, my name is Lars and this is the Building of Ulfr 7-string. I spent yesterday morning to clean this thing. Now this is the final blank for the body with the neck pocket. Right, actually, let me show you. Bravo Mona. This should be the dimension of this, which looks pretty good. Actually, I tried and it seems to be like the right dimension for this body. It's maybe a little smaller, but I think that this will work as a dimension. I like it. And now I need to do two things for this video. One is to prepare the two wings for the body, because in the next video I want to attach it, and also I want to put the threads on this. Now I spent today's morning disassemble one of the pallet wood, and I will use this very thick board to make the wings for Ulfr. So the first thing that I need to do is start planning. Now the reason why I didn't put the threads in the last video, apart from because I was running out of time, was because I wanted to do this. Exactly this. Align this thing with the center line, which seems to be right like this. Perfect. And from here I can see exactly what I need for the body. Starting from these 2 points, I know that my body will end here. What I need to do is prepare two wings, one from this part and one from the other. So now that I have this in place, let me do one thing. I want to clamp this in the right position, mark this part here and this part here. So I do have already what I need for measuring with good precision how much material do I need. Now for this part, that will be the most consistent part, I will need at least 11.5 to 12 centimeter of material. This board are roughly 2.3 millimeters, so I will need 2.2, so I will need at least 5 and a little more than 6. I need 3 that are very long, and then the rest can be done with probably just one cut in some pieces. For this instead I will need 3 that are one piece, and then the last rod can be made out of parts. So what I really need to do is take this material and starting to cut it out. And this is what I will do today. I need to cut it and hopefully starting to glue a couple of this board. I want to take the one that are the best, like this one is pretty rough on this part. Let me check what I have before I started to planning what I actually wanted to cut. I need for the thickness of the body something that is, I usually do 4 centimeter for the body, but I want to make it a tad smaller this time. So I need 2.9 centimeter for this, because the top will be 8 millimeter. So what I need from here is single board of 2.9. So let's start by taking the board and marking out how much I can cut. It's the next day and I have the parts prepared and already marked. So what I will do now is start to glue in this. I want to glue this a little at a time. I will start with this wing. This one is the longer wings. I will start by gluing this. I will set the timer now, so half an hour, which is just enough for the glue to set. I can take away the clamp. I know that this will not go anywhere. Half an hour is the minimum time for tie bond, I believe, to just starting to set, where you can actually declamp it and start to put everything. You cannot put any type of stress on the joint, but you can take away the clamp. So I will take this away for now, and I also will move these pieces. And while the glue is setting, I will start working on putting the frets on. Now, the tool that you will need for putting the frets on are actually just this, a fret cutter, one of the most useful tools that you can have for this job, the most useful tool actually, a small hammer, a bit of glue, the wiring, which I have here. Now, I will start by cutting this thing the right amount. I don't have a lot of fret wire. In fact, I believe that this will not be enough. I will try to be stingy. This is what I meant when I say that this is the best tool that you can have for making this type of work, because it makes life so much easier to work with and so much faster. Definitely don't have enough fret wiring. So what I will do is just starting with what I have today, and then in a second time I will just finish it whenever I have the time. But now let's start with the second part of the process, which is taking a small triangular file. You want to chamfer the frets. Now it's time to put the frets on. Before doing that, make sure that you have also a little bit of water and something to clean. And now let's go. I'm gonna start by putting just a bit of glue here, not too much. Then I will go with the frets. We'll position the frets, the two ends on. And then with the hammer, you're gonna start to hammer from the side to the center. And once it is like this, you're going from the center to the side. And if you have done this correctly, you should see a little amount of glue coming out from the side of the frets. At this point, take your water. You just need a very tiny bit amount of water and just clean the frets. I like to give an extra little tap at the end just to make sure that this really stays in place. So now it's just a case of rise and shine and repeat. Okay, it's Monday. It's been 2 days since the last recording, and I'm not gonna lie, last week was the worst for me. It was a very bad week for a lot of reasons. But it's Monday, it's a new week, and I want to work. Now, I have the rest of the fret wiring that I need, so I will finish first thing this job. And as for the wing, I have one wing that is ready to the next step, which is flatten this side where the top will be, and this side where I will glue everything, and this will be made later. And here I have the other wings, which I didn't make in time to glue the last 3 pieces, so I right now glue these 2. I will wait like later half an hour, and then I will add one last piece right here. So right now I will start by putting this fret. I just need to cut them. Let's make a quick work of this. Shouldn't take me too long. Now that the frets are in place, before doing any other work on this, and in order to improve their stability, we'll add a drop of super glue. If I can find the right bottle. Yes, a drop of super glue on each one. Everything is now in place, and right now I will glue the other 2 pieces because I believe that here the other piece because I believe that here the glue is set enough. Another half an hour to have this set, and I can start work on that. And in the meantime, I think that I will start with this. I need to flap this thing. It shouldn't be too much of a job just because I have only this part that is height, and then I need to make everything looks good. By the way, I have enough material to make probably other 4 wings for other 2 projects, so that is a good thing. Seems to be very solid. I will just use the plane and I will start the usual work. So let's plane this and let's make it flat. And once again, I have the Minecraft base. Now, this is not my aesthetic. I will not leave this like this. But for this episode, I think this is all. I have the neck complete, I have the dot, I have the frets on, I have also the two wings, and I will glue them in the next episode. And in the next episode, I'm going to put the top on, and that will be a good thing. And I'm going to shape this entire body, and then I will have an episode just for the airstock here, then one just for shaping everything. That will be always, as always, that will be my favorite episode because it's super satisfying. But in the next episode, I'm going to focus on the body, glue these two, cut the excess, glue the top on this, and I will have finally a base that is start to looking as a base. I also need to take away a bit of chunk here. But for this episode, this is it. And as always, I would like to thank you, my Ko-fi supporter and my subscriber, Stupid Motorcycle. This build is starting to get it together, and I'm loving it. Now, I hope that this GGBO is exciting as the other years. Is that how you say it? I hope that you're not liking this GGBO and this build in particular. Now, I will see you in 2 weeks for the next episode where I'm going to focus on the body. And until then, bye.